Wrike announces an ownership and leadership transition. Let's get into it. And welcome to Innovate Marketing Daily. Today is July 7th, 2023. My name is Shawn P. Neal, and we are brought to you by MyPodcast.Media. So you hear me say it a lot. If you're with a brand and that brand is considering launching a podcast, or maybe wondering how a podcast can integrate with its marketing and communication strategy, make sure you visit MyPodcast.Media. We've got a great story for you today, so without further ado, first things first, happy Friday, everyone. We are on the heels of the weekend, and hopefully if you celebrated July 4th, you even had a short work week, at least got one day off. So anyway, happy Friday. Now, our story today comes to us from San Diego, California, and we're talking about Wrike. Wrike, a leader in collaborative work management, announced the completion of its recapitalization and ownership transition to Symphony Technology Group, or STG. And by the way, STG is a private equity firm specializing in software, data, and analytics. We'll talk about them in a minute. Under the terms of the deal, Vista Equity Partners and Elliott Investment Management LP will transfer full ownership of Wrike to STG, marking the final chapter in Wrike's reestablishment as a private company. Now, let's talk about both of these organizations to get a little bit more context about who we're talking about and what's going on. So first of all, Wrike is a company that brings everyone and all work into a single space to remove complexity and increase productivity, and basically to free people up to focus on their most purposeful work. Now, Wrike has got more than 20,000 happy customers. And that really is represented in the good work that they've been doing. These customers include companies like Estee Lauder, Hootsuite, Nielsen, Ogilvy, Siemens, and Tiffany and Company. So a lot of familiar names in that roster of customers. Now, STG is a private equity partner to market-leading companies in data, software, and analytics. Partnering to build customer-centric, market-winning portfolio companies, STG creates sustainable foundations for growth that bring value to existing and future stakeholders. And by the way, its expansive portfolio has consisted of more than 50 global companies. So no small operation there either. Now, Wrike plans to continue its momentum in product and market reach as the need for greater efficiency and productivity becomes paramount to organizations, especially ones that are faced with a higher volume of complex interrelated work streams despite limited resource and budgets. We all know what that means. Simultaneous with this transaction, and these are the leadership changes that we referred to earlier, Wrike founder and CEO Andrew Filev will transition into the role of board advisor. And then Thomas Scott, Wrike's current CFO, will step into the position of interim CEO to continue to drive the company's next stage of growth. So CFO to interim CEO. Scott has been a key executive at Wrike, leading the finance and administrative teams as CFO since he joined the company in March of 2022. He also has more than 20 years of experience as a top executive at several companies, and those include Zebra Technologies, Fetch Robotics, Corning Optical Communications, and Spider Cloud. Scott's experience building and leading dispersed teams throughout the transformative stages of growth will be highly applicable to his expanded duties at Wrike. Over the last decade, Wrike has helped shape the collaborative work management category and has constantly developed and evolved its platform to answer the needs of its 2.4 million users for greater efficiencies and work management with innovations in the application of artificial intelligence, custom workflows, and workflow automation. So wherever you're watching or listening to this podcast, make sure you get by there and drop a comment. Let them know that you're supporting Wrike and all of these good people here, all of these good people that we talked about, and organizations. Obviously, there are multiple people and organizations moving in the background to make this happen. So give them a comment, give them a shout out of support, and let them know that you are in the background cheering them on as they move into their next stage of growth. Now, with that being said, my friends, I've got to get out of here. Like I said, it's almost the weekend. Like, I've got some great plans. Who am I kidding? I've got to get busy. There are so many stories coming through the pipelines here. We've got to filter through all of them, find the ones that have the most value for you. And then when I do find them, I'll be right back here on Monday to bring those stories to you. So until we meet again, my friends, stay safe and be well. See ya.